Perfect.
It's going. Hold on.
Okay. La
Let's
di
see. Here
da.
we go.
Should I sing a song? La, la. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to sing you some songs.
Okay, we are live now. So here we
Yeah.
go. So, but let me set this up. Let me set this what needs to be done per
Do your
se.
thing, man.
And
I am here.
I know,
I'm
I
here.
know, I know. So I'm going to. I can see you. Let me go into
I can
my.
see you.
I know. Let's see. Start a party here.
Yeah.
Start a party here. Start a
There you
party
go.
there.
Let's
And
do
let me
it.
go ahead.
Yeah, you send me the link. Send me whatever. I'll
Okay.
put it on. You know me. I don't know much about computers. I just know how to turn it on.
All right, let me see. There's the okay. Let me see. It's going to go into your message. I know we're live, but so I got to send you the link so you can
Yeah.
go in here and do whatever you
What?
got to do there.
Okay, I got
I'm gonna
that.
start inviting some people. Yeah, you got that. Let's see how many people have joined online already.
-3. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I
my daughter's mom is online. Shouts out to all the hairstylists out there. Oh my God,
Hey,
they
you guys, yeah, you guys are gonna be busy, man. You guys are gonna be super busy. It's all good. You guys gonna be
yeah,
crazy busy.
I know
Yeah.
it. All right, so let me go ahead and do my pre-talk before we get into the. So, guys, welcome to the front room. This is what we do every day, 8 o'clock. This is actually 1 week. Today is the actual anniversary of 1 week that we did it. So
Yeah.
this is we have different DJs of different genres coming on, and they're talking to everything. One of the things that I like to tell everybody that the reason why we created this, or I created this, was because I wanted people to um, hear the stories of everybody we talk about and talk about the music. Today we have the infamous Jay Marz.
Oh
So,
man. What's up, Papa?
so the question,
Thank
so
you. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna take it to you
Yeah,
and tell
man.
them anything and everything you wanted to
Oh wow.
tell.
Well, well, thank you for inviting me on this show. Number one, it's awesome to be here. My name is Jay Marz. That's my DJ name, and I spin salsa music. I am a resident DJ at Cubby Bear on Sunday nights, but I also do a lot of DJing all over the place, all over the city. I DJ for Prieto, I DJ for Wate, I DJ for Andres. So I'm all over the place, and I love it. So I've been doing it for man almost 4 years, I think. Salsa DJing. Wow, how it flies. But I've been doing man, I've been spinning forever since I was a kid. I really wasn't doing a lot of clubs per se because the music that I was into back then was dark techno acid music where it was pretty much underground. Wasn't your typical house music. You kind of had a yeah, it was a different time and but it was fun. And then I got into I've always been into salsa music because my family, they pumped it into me since birth. It was always around. So yeah, so I got into that. I said, you know what, I want to start playing some music, some salsa music because I enjoy it and it's crazy. It just took off and here I am. Here I am
I said,
live.
let's see. Yeah, Jesus, Jose, Gemma, Robert, all a bunch of people. So that's an interesting
Yeah, man.
background per se.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
um, so let me understand something. So you started DJing. You said underground, deep, rave, like rave music. Is
Yeah,
that
you know
what you
what?
were
I
doing?
remember, yeah, when I first started, I remember I hooked up with a friend of mine. I used to be into like industrial music, Netzer Ebb, like a ministry kind of music back in the day. So when I was,
Walter, if you're out there, I have a bunch of the Spanish rockers that love all
yeah,
that stuff
man,
as well.
shoot. So I was young. I was 16 when I first started, like listening to all this music, and then I had a fake ID. It was easy to get a fake ID back in the day. You just went to the license bureau and Boom, you had it, right? So then I started going to like these clubs, like these real underground clubs, because I love the music. I didn't know the kind of vibe I was gonna get into. It was really dark. So I was like, man, I really love this music, you know. And then I got into it, and then like techno was starting to come out. I mean, there was house music. There was always house music, but it started changing into different genres. You know, deep house, which is awesome, and then like acid techno. So I really gravitated towards like that hard techno, DJ hyperactive type music. If you guys know who he is, the guy is crazy. He plays the music like at a close to 200 BPMs. It seems like, but yeah. So I started wanting to know more, and then about that music, and then I hooked up with a couple people. They did parties all over, but like it was like house parties. They weren't like really clubs. It was just like random places, a warehouse, abandoned somewhere, a building, or somebody's condo that we didn't even know that was vacant. And yeah, it was
So
it
what
was
year was this
crazy.
that was all happening? What year
This
was
was
this
in
all
the early
happening? When
90s. This was in the early
okay,
90s. Yeah, well, it started when I was 16, 17, late 80s, early 90s, around
okay,
there.
all right.
And dude, it was crazy. A lot of drugs. I can say that. A lot of crazy music and a lot of drugs I was involved in. So yeah, that was basically my thing. And the music was hardcore, dark acid, boom, 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 boom. But it was fun. It was fun. And
Okay. So
from
I find it kind of interesting because
yeah,
I'm if I'm not mistaken, you're Puerto Rican.
I am. Yes,
so
yes, I am.
so
Uh,
that's kind of a little different and stuff like that. I guess
right.
was that because of the realm of where you grew up at compared to like, you know,
You know what? It was crazy because it's just something that I gravitated to because I grew up in the hood in my neighborhood. Even though I was born in Chicago, my dad got a job in Inland Steel in Indiana, which is the border of Illinois, Indiana. You know, we're
right,
a
right.
half an hour away from downtown. So I grew up in the neighborhood where it was nothing but old school house music. It was freestyle parties every weekend, somebody's backyard. You know what I'm saying? Judy Torres, you know what I'm talking about. That's the music we listened to growing up. Old school freestyle, which I love. Heartthrob. You can call it heartthrob. Some people call it freestyle. I still don't know what to call it. I just call it heartthrob, you know? So that's the music everybody was on. And I love that music. I was going to the parties. But for some reason, I don't know. I just love this crazy music that was just, so, drum and bass, hardcore. I guess because I'm a hyperactive kid, I needed something more, you know, to kind of get me there,
And
So,
and for me that's surprising because I know your brother.
well, yeah, well, there you go.
And your brother like totally opposite. So that was like,
Right, right.
and
So, go ahead.
no. And that's what I'm saying. And discover, and I guess when I discovered that was your brother,
Yeah, a lot of people are
Carlos,
like, "What?"
yeah, exactly. And then I mean because I know Carlos is a hardcore salsero. I mean that's
Yeah,
he
yeah.
used to come out all the time, and he used to
Hmm.
be around us, hanging out with us all the time. I mean he
Right.
stopped, but he was around back in the late
Yeah,
90s or 2000. And I knew Carlos, and then when I met you, I think it was just a kind of a shock. I said, wait a minute,
yeah.
but I didn't know you as a DJ per
Right. Yeah.
se,
Right. Yeah. Not a lot of people knew
but I
that.
just knew you were right. So when was the first time me and you met? If do you
Bro,
remember that
I don't
when we
even remember. It's been a lot. It's been. I mean, I don't know. It's been a while. We've known each other for a while. I don't know how long we've known each other because there's like that gap because you knew my brother and I met you before way back then. But then, he used to go out more than I did. I didn't go out as much. I was in a big salsero like how he was. Um, I know that we met and yeah, we just got along. You know how it is. Uh, but dude, I couldn't even tell. You tell me. I don't know.
no. I mean, because
It's been a while.
what I vaguely remember is that you came to me and says that you're a salsa DJ, and
Yes.
I was like, you are,
Yes.
I says I know
Right.
your brother Carlos, but I didn't know that he
Right.
Hitchcock. And he says, "Oh yeah, I'm into salsa, this and that," and I was like, "Okay,
True.
I never heard you before that and stuff like that." So, but I like I said, I know your brother,
Right.
and I was just like, okay, I think I had you DJ for me one time
I
at
did. Yeah,
Dylan's. I
you
think
did. You did.
that was the first
You
time
did. And
stuff
my
like, and I think you're.
my computer shut. My computer said that was horrible. I remember that. But then it happens.
Yes.
It happens. And after that,
I don't know what he's talking about.
yeah. So he had me on. He definitely had me on to do a set, and I was excited. And half I don't even know halfway during the set. It probably was like in the the beginning, my computer just froze and said, "No, we're not going to work today." I was like, "Oh man." So I was like, "Okay, it is what it is. It happens to everybody. I know this for a fact that it happens to everybody. You can't be a DJ and say, "Oh, it's never happened." There's some kind of form of technical difficulty that's happened. So after that, I was like, "Oh crap, this ain't gonna work out, right?" So then,
It doesn't help. Doesn't help that it's the first time you
right,
DJ.
right. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It happens. So, but then you know what? It kind of just gave me more motivation to get better equipment and to do better. So I did. So then I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it again. And then I reached out to Carlos. Carlos like, come out. We'll do it on Saturday. Entre went out with him, and then it worked. I rocked it out over there. Much love to you guys, you and Wate man for letting me do my sets at your establishments, man. Because I wouldn't be here now where I'm at, because now it's yeah, we're definitely you know we're all having a good time. But yeah, so I did a set at Carlos Wate's place at Entre on Saturdays. I just plugged them, great place. And so yeah, it was a good time. I rocked it out. I had fun, and the people were happy, and that's what it was about. I just wanted everybody to have a good time, right? Dance and enjoy the evening. So after that, I was like, okay, that was fun. Maybe I'll do some more
All right,
in the
so
future.
I want to first say Stella says hello. My boy Tom Viento says hello. John Guzman obviously is like everybody, So there's a bunch of people coming online. So thank you for
Oh,
joining us.
that's awesome.
Talking to
Thank
J
you,
Mars.
guys. Thank
So
you.
okay. So you're still missing a gap here, and I'm trying to figure it out. So
Okay.
from your techno aspect of it, yeah, you had said, and Tom, which is Viento, was big time into he was DJ Viento. He was my industrial alternative
Yeah.
DJ, and we used to rock it out over at Palladium Club PM. And I remember, man, that was a
Yeah.
huge. We had the mosh pit going on and stuff like
Wow.
that,
Yeah.
and it was the borderline between the Spanish rock and stuff like that. And for somebody who did that to transition over to salsa is usually unheard of.
It
So
is,
what
but
made you like pick the genre of salsa compared to like I mean
right.
maybe the idea of not doing drugs anymore going
Right.
into something
Yeah.
that was a little more mature.
Right. Yeah, right. No, the thing is that I still listen to a lot of hardcore dark techno. I have I listen to everything. I love everything. I love music in general. But there's two styles of music that I still listen to. Number one is my hardcore dark techno acid music, which I love, and I still spin. I just don't spin it, in public. I do it in my house, and I just love the music. And number two is salsa. Of course, salsa is my number one passion. It's been there since birth, because salsa music is more to me than just music. It's it's something that my mom would always play 24 hours a day, I swear to God. And there's music that to this day, to this day, that it just brings back memories of when I was a kid, or a time when I was at a park with my grandmother. So it's very close to me, and the music is just amazing, bro. Come on, you know that. It's just so much music out there, and it's just the instruments, the combination, the arrangements. I mean, it's 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 my favorite. So that's kind of how it was always there. I just wanted to go out and play more, or play my style, because I think I bring a different style of salsa to the people in Chicago. More like on the B side. I like playing music that you sometimes don't really hear, because my even though we had, the Larry Harlow, Gran Combo, La Sonora, Ponceña, I would always flip it on the B side and say, "Oh man, these songs are awesome. I like these songs. I don't like the ones that already people know." I was always a little different like that. I was a weird kid, so
So, well, that was going to be my second question to you about when you say B side. Were you a vinyl DJ before? I mean, when it came to the salsa, or were you the that's what I'm trying to. When you said you like salsa and the B
oh no,
side,
because we
were
had
you?
yeah we had vinyl. I mean, just growing up, the vinyl records we have still, because back then as a child there was nothing digital, so the vinyl records were there. That's how you we bought our music, right? And as far as like, I have vinyl records, salsa vinyl records that are just passed down, and I would love to do a set, but sometimes it's hard to do a set at Cubby, because that needle, boy, it's, there's a lot of people around where I'm at, and the needle
Well,
could.
I would suggest if you're going to do that, you would do it on stage, right? If you
Yeah,
when you
true, true.
and you know,
Yeah, yeah, but
and I'm
I
sure
like.
even at Cubby Bear, I think I'm giving you some ideas, okay?
Right, right,
But
yes,
I'm sure they have vinyl sets as well on a Friday and Saturday. They done with the house DJs. I
they do.
remember I, I remember when they did the house event. Mickey Oliver DJ'd up
Hmm.
there on the stage and stuff like that. He was doing vinyl
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Shout out to Mickey if he's out there. And so
yes,
so I know I remember being at Cubby Bear for a house set, and I remember they're doing vinyls and stuff like that. And obviously, you take your precautions with vinyl stuff like that.
right,
So I
yeah,
would recommend, if you decide to do vinyl thing, like what you did with Wate, Frankie J, and
yeah,
when you did the
absolutely. Oh no, I definitely do want to have more events like that, and I think, like, I was supposed to have. Well, hopefully it's still going on Friday nights. We were supposed to open up this place, and and I wanted it to be more classic. That I wanted to bring that old classic feel of vinyl, playing old school vinyl records, and just keeping the old school mambo style, because we all have our different night. You have Friday nights also, but you are more Cuban style, salsa.
Mhm.
So I wanted to open up a Friday night where it was more old school vinyl, that feel, you know what I mean, of the '70s style of salsa music. Hopefully we can still have it. I don't know, with all this stuff that's going on, right? Who knows? We'll be talking about this next year, locked up, still in the house. So yeah, but no, when I used to like DJ with my friends, it was funny. We did a lot of techno on vinyl. It was all vinyl. We had our 808 machines and our little, gadget, our synthesizer, and our two 1200s, and it was vinyl, 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 and we sampled music, sounds, and made our own thing. Which is funny. My friend Abby, we had a little crew. We were called the Mad Professors. Nobody knew about us. We were small, and he used to call me, because I didn't have no DJ name. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to play music and make music, right? So we produced. We made a lot of music, man. Uh, and he used to call me DJ Brand X. Horrible, but it
so
was
why
something
why
that we
so
did for a
why
little
did
while.
you so
Why DJ Brand X? Because I don't
no
know.
no 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 J Mars? Why DJ J
Oh,
Mars?
wow. Well, J is short for my real name. It's just a J. My real name is Jose. A lot of people don't even know that. It's little people that know that, so I'm going to say my whole name. So Marz is short for Martinez. So J
Okay.
for Jose, Marz. Martinez, and it's something
Okay.
that just boom, that I'm gonna keep it that way and see what happens. And here we are today, J Mars.
Well, I
Wow.
mean, come on. I mean, people. For me, they don't even realize something. My last name is Prieto. Is my last name. It's not a nickname.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like DJ Prieto. What's his real name?
Or
Oh,
even the fact Angelo. It's funny because I get people that come up to the door of events and stuff like that, and they ask for Angelo, and
right.
everybody at the event are like, "Who's Angelo? Who's Angelo?" But they don't know.
Right.
It's
They think your first name is Prieto, so
just like
that's what I thought. I was like, maybe that's his first name, Prieto Gonzalez or something. I don't know,
yeah,
but
Prieto. Okay.
yeah, yeah, right. So that's how my name came about. Jay was Jay because a person that I used to be with a while back just started calling me Jay, uh, and it stuck. Everybody in the city were
Okay.
just started calling me Jay. So I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. I just add the Mars and then start spinning salsa music. So yeah,
Well,
and
so just to confess, I knew that already. I just wanted people to know.
right, you did, yeah, you did. Not a
That.
lot of people know my name. They're like
I
Jay,
know, I
Jay,
know,
and just a few know my real name. They call me
right?
Jose, Jose, Jose. Yeah, so there's a lot of
So,
Jose's out
I
there,
mean,
man.
so,
A lot.
so what part of Puerto Rico are you from, though, or your family from? What part of Puerto
Well,
Rico?
my mom is from Mayagüez, and my dad is from Rincon. Rincon is a beautiful city. It's a lot of surfing. The ocean, the beaches are so amazing, so beautiful. Whale
When
watching.
was the last time? When was the last
Uh,
time you were out of Puerto Rico? Then when was the last
it's
time you went?
it was a long. It's been so long. It's been about 20 years. I want to say since I've been there.
Wow,
I
it's
used to go
time
there. Yeah,
time for you to go back.
I know. I used to go so
Is it?
much, so much. I used to go so much, and yeah, it's been a while. And plus, the island's been doing, man, it's been going through so much bad times, hurricanes, earthquakes, and now with what's going on now, it's really bad. It's really bad. Hopefully I'll go soon to see my family. I have brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts that I haven't seen in forever.
Well,
Yeah.
well, one of the things that I'm communicating with a lot of guys that I'm talking to, and I think that everybody understands this, and one of the factors is that we're doing this is we're connecting with people. I think we're connecting a lot closer now that we get to,
Yeah.
even like the discussion I had with yesterday with Lupe, we're talking about, and this was a running joke that me and Orlida, Orlida Colon, we
Yeah,
used to
I do.
talk about. We used to call each other when somebody had passed away, and that's the only. I says, why are we always calling each other when somebody passes away? How come we can't be
Yeah.
communicating each other on a regular basis? And I
Right.
think with this whole thing happening with the coronavirus, I think it's really important that now we start connecting, even though it's like,
I
and I
agree.
see Zoom is helping in that, being face to face with people now,
Yeah.
but also just the fact that we had to stop being so busy, so now we're like home, we're not doing anything, and it says,
Right.
okay, let me go and talk to, so reconnecting with family, it's helped, and I think there's out of some negatives that's happened, there's some positives that are happening with this whole thing and stuff like that, and one of
Mhm.
the things that I honestly can say, like for you and
Mhm.
me and you have conversations, but when have we sat and talked for an hour about
Right.
anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, we even the people that are there at, let's say, Cubby Bear, where you're a Cubby Bear,
Yeah.
you're behind a computer, did you? But do they ever really get to talk to you? And if
No,
there's
not at
any
all. Yeah.
questions, for Jay, you guys want, just please type it in, and then
Yeah.
we'll questions.
Right.
Please.
Yeah, you're
So
absolutely right. Yeah.
so with this whole thing, I mean, if you being in the business, whether in the salsa business, I think more likely I
Mhm.
can relate to you in the salsa business. But are there any funny stories that you can say that you that's happened with you in this scene? Because in the salsa scene, you're only like this compared to your underground scene.
Right.
But
Right. Oh, Jesus. Anything crazy happened? Have I seen? No, you know what? I've been lucky enough to not see anything crazy. The salsa crowd that comes into these on Sunday nights or anywhere else I've DJ'd at, salsa music, the crowd is
And I don't
very
mean crazy. I'm just saying funny. That would like
funny.
you would say,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
you know what? Not it's not really. They're really cool. It's really chill and laid back. I think like I get a kick out of I get a kick out of watching like some of these guys, because when we're behind playing music, we're like bartenders, man. We can see everything. We have to read the crowd. We have to see what music is next. What do you want to play? How the flow's going. So you're paying attention to everybody, man. So you're watching these guys out there, man. Some of them are like on the prowl, man. I don't mean to sound, like I'm downing these guys, but and they'll ask a girl to dance and they're like, that's the funniest one I seen. That this guy asked this girl to dance bachata, and he was like on her, like like I don't even know, dude. Like he was just on her, and then she gave me the saddest look, like help me, please. And basically, this guy was like dry humping her or something. I felt so bad, so I had to change the music real quick or something. I was like, and the girl had the dangling arm. She was just like, please help me. I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. you know, that's
Well,
it.
well,
Yeah,
okay. So I'm gonna call it out. That I can tell you
yeah,
is
yeah.
that, and it's also not the prowlers, but the people who think they're the pros
Well,
that are
yeah.
like, they're going they see a girl that doesn't know how to dance too well, and they're
Mhm.
like, oh, let me show you the what's it called, like,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they start showing off. Let's say they start doing this,
yeah.
and not to say that and I'm not calling out anyone in particular, because
Right.
there are some really people that are in the salsa scene trying to help,
Yeah,
but there's some
absolutely.
people in the scene that are trying to help themselves more than they're trying to help.
Yeah, they're trying to make themselves look good. I've seen that too, where we get it all. We get all the complaints from yeah, what we get all the complaints as DJs. Like women tell us what's going on. They'll come up to us and say, "Oh, I don't like dancing with that guy because he does this," or "I really like dancing with that guy because he's smooth." But there's people out there that sometimes they they take it a little bit extreme. I think as a dancer, because I love to dance too. I'm not just a DJ. I love That's how I first came out. I mean, I used to go to all your events, all the salsa events, dance just to dance. So I think as a dancer, I think that when you dance with someone, I think the lead should kind of understand the level of the person you're dancing with. I mean, if let's say I'm a little bit more skilled than the person I'm dancing with, I'm not gonna go crazy and try to do things that she can't do. I guess you kind of keep it basic. You kind of do a cross body lead, a turn, whatever. If she can follow, then you add to that, right? If she doesn't know how to do a cross body lead, she's learning, and you teach her a little bit, but not you teach her by not stopping and saying, okay, we got to go do this or we got to do that. You just lead her. I think, some guys are just like
Right.
breaking arms, and the girl's like, I'm never salsa
And
dancing again. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I, I don't know if you know this, and some people don't know this, but yeah, and I know I'm gonna hear it from Lewis and Frankie and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But because because I hire teachers, and it doesn't happen
Yeah.
often, but sometimes one of the teachers don't show up. So guess
Yeah.
who has to teach the class?
Right.
It's me. And
Right. Yeah.
I okay. And one of the things that I have taught when I teach salsa, believe it or not, guys, I've taught salsa before. I think you see me teach salsa, I think
Yeah.
one time
Cha
or two
cha.
times or
I,
what.
yeah, I saw you teach a cha cha once. Yeah.
Okay. And I was teach salsa. And one of the things that I tell people is this is the picture, meaning the woman is the picture and we're the frame. And we got to make sure that picture looks good. And that's kind of the focus that I got to make sure that people understand. And I jokingly say, because if you don't make that picture look good, you're never going to be asked for a
Right.
dance again. And
Yeah.
in this scene,
Right.
especially in the salsa scene, I think what happens is that I see, at least what I see is that a lot of the women, they want to dance and they're going to ask the guy, let's
Yeah,
dance.
absolutely. And
I see that
that's
happen a
cool.
lot.
That's acceptable. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
Right.
with a woman asking that man to
Right.
dance. Yeah.
So and if and enough women see, enough of the other women see the guy being asked to dance, and then they're like, wow, this
Hmm.
guy is making that girl look really good.
Yeah.
And sure enough, here comes another girl asking another guy to,
Yeah.
and you got
Right.
a lot. And it's just not, you're not the prowler per se. You're
Right. Yeah.
just a guy, stuff like that. And I think that in itself is majority of the salsa scene, what I see now. But
Yeah.
at the
It
same
is.
time, I know there's both. There's both the prowlers and the polite guys that are out there as well.
Yeah.
And then there's also the girls that are like a little bit crazy, and they start to,
It's a little
you
bit of
ask the girl to
everything. Yeah.
dance, and then she like, yeah. So I mean, it works both ways and stuff like
It
that.
is. It's a lot of different. So many. It's awesome because it on Sunday nights it's so many different styles of dancing, so many different levels of dancing. We have a lot of people that are more beginner to intermediate, and then you have people that come in that are just amazing dancers. So you get a little bit of everything, and then you have your people that just don't know it, don't know how to. They're learning. So yeah, we have that. So our the good thing is that because we have Latin rhythms that comes in, they teach lessons for us, and a lot of their students come and with a lot of their friends and our friends, and so it's a little bit of people learning, which is awesome. But like, yeah, I've seen people go in there, women ask, I seen women ask men to dance, and that's cool. It's social dancing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Like my friends from here in Indiana, they're like, "Oh my God, how can she even ask a guy to dance?" Because it's a whole different scene. You know what I mean? Guys were asking them to dance, and they're like, "Oh my God, no, who are you?" I'm like, that's just the beauty of social dancing, salsa dancing. You know that you're not going to they're not going to hit on you. The majority of the times, 90% of the time when I sit there, they just want to dance, you know what I mean? And if you hook up, you hook up. You guys are adults, right?
Wow, that was going to be my point, because I was going to say that, if I was going to say it isn't like
Yeah.
never people don't hook up, because I know that, obviously we've seen many girlfriends and
Yeah.
boyfriends come out of it. I've seen people get married out of this
Right.
scene. I've
Right.
seen people get divorced out of this scene as
Right.
well.
Yeah. A lot of breakups and a lot of yeah this and that. So it
Well,
happens.
here's a statement that I'm going to say to people who hook up in the scene. And
Mm,
I'm going to, because as long as I've been in the scene for 28 years.
mm,
And one of the things that I think happens, and this is letting you guys know, it's cool you hook up, it's cool yet you get married. But one of the things I think a mistake happens when some people get married, they settle down, they stop coming out and they stop doing what they used to
yeah.
love to do. And I remember,
Yeah.
and then what happens? They stay
Mhm.
home and they aggravate the shit out of each other. And within a year or 2 years, they're divorced. And then I
Yeah.
run into they come into the club and I go, what happened? You get divorced? Yeah. I know why you got divorced, because you guys, both of them stopped doing what they love to do,
Yeah.
how they met. And I think that, but at the same time, look at like, for instance, uh, Benjamin, what's his name? He comes to the club. He has been coming to the salsa events for almost 37 years.
Mm,
He's been with his girlfriend or wife. I
yeah.
don't know if married, but they've been together forever, and they come
Whatever.
out together. And
Yeah.
the whole point is, he
Yeah.
comes in, she comes in, they go dance with everybody, and they leave home together, and it doesn't get
Yeah.
boring. It doesn't get,
Yeah.
they love dancing, and that stops. That's good for the relationship,
It
and it
is.
was good when you met, and it should stay that way even after you get married. And it's a sad thing that I see a lot of people fall into that when they fall in love,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden they stop doing what they
They
how they
do.
met.
They do stop, and they do. And for some, I understand life. We have to deal with life. Life comes into play, and sometimes we can't go dancing. We can't go dancing like we would like to go dancing. I see a lot of people, and I notice like in salsa dancing, or like the people that come out at to our events. There's a lot of single people. It's like a big percentage of single people, and so I always ask myself, like, why dancing is like a drug. Um, and I think that some people that dance all the time, that are single, they love it. It's fine. That's what they want to do. It's awesome. But I also seen like some people that do dance all the time to bring couples. They bring like their partner into the scene, and they don't really understand what's going on. And they're like, well, this ain't for me, and I don't like you dancing with all these people, and
That's
normally
just
you won't
wrong.
see them again. I mean, you won't see them together. I've
Right.
seen this. You've seen it. And and the couples that do get together, I don't know. That's awesome. They do, but for some reason, I mean, it's very. There's a lot of single people in the salsa scene, and I would imagine the bachata scene, which I don't know too much about the bachata scene. Um, but just dancing itself, dancing in general, I would think that uh, you would definitely have to be a dancer to I guess date a dancer, right? To understand that kind of lifestyle, because somebody from the outside is probably gonna understand it, or most likely you'll be like, well, I don't want to go dancing all the time. You know what I mean? Well, I don't. It's crazy, but I see this, and I'm sure you've seen it too, like uh, with couples that because we all looking for love. We all are
In the
looking for
wrong
love
places.
in the wrong places. We all looking for love, but there's just so yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, before we went live, I just wanted to let you know that Jay Mars asked me how was the singing voice.
It's awesome. I'm practicing,
So
man.
obviously,
I'm gonna come up with my own orchestra, bro. I'm gonna take Chicago by storm. I just gotta practice a little bit more, and I need some musicians that can handle my ADH, that can handle my ADHD, my ADD, and all that ridiculousness. No, but yeah, it is what it is, brother. But yeah, so man, we fell off track here. Well, like we always
no,
do.
I mean, no,
This is me and Brett. Every time we talk, we always fall off track. We start talking about something and then we go somewhere else with it. But it's all good.
no, but this format is supposed to be that. I mean,
Yeah.
I want people to hear the real you and stuff like that. That's what it's about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just want shout out to my boy Sergio out in San Diego as well, saying hello, and
Sergio.
Nancy, DJ Joker and stuff like that. We're gonna have him online as well
All
to
right.
communicate. Talking as
Yeah.
well. He's got a great story. I mean, and what you're saying about your past, he's got a past as well.
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
everybody to hear because we all got past, and I
Hmm.
think we learn from a lot of the things that we go in the future. And I think it's always good to, like, you have a message, and we should
Absolutely.
give messages to the people current, and especially for people who have no clue to see. Somebody who, I mean, not everybody looking at this video is somebody that's from the scene and stuff like that. It could be a
Right.
brand new
Yeah.
person, because I have like my cousin from California,
Hmm.
my all seven of my cousins from California. They've never been to Chicago and stuff like that, and
Right.
they're hearing our messages. And I think that's important in this scene, to hear the messages, being
Yeah.
the good stuff that happened and the bad stuff that happened, and what
Absolutely.
we learned from it. That's I
Absolutely. There's
want
definitely, yeah,
good.
there's definitely a lot of good in what we do. And we're always gonna come across bad things. This is just natural. But for the most part, in what we do, it's a beautiful thing, I think, that we play music, that we get to play music in one of the greatest cities in the world, man, Chicago. I mean, this is freaking amazing. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I'm DJing here at Cubby Bear, which is amazing because I had some big shoes to fill. Frankie J used to rock it out at Cubby Bear. Uh, Man, those nights were freaking amazing. I remember I used to go, right, and then when they weren't there anymore, it was empty for a while, right, and then we had to, man, Enrique, the promoter, and he came out one day, and I was
You're talking about Enrique Calderon, right?
Enrique Calderon is the
Right.
promoter of Cubby Bear, and one day I just happened to go to Cubby, and they were closed, and then he came. I was in the parking lot, which is crazy. This is how I got to become a DJ at Cubby Bear. Um, I was at I was in the parking lot, and I was talking to a friend, and I was sitting there. It was early, I was like, well, it was a beautiful night, and he came out, and he's like, hey man, I'm looking for a DJ. Uh, do you want a DJ there? And I was like, well, I mean, I know the DJ that's there now. I mean, I'm friends with him. I don't want no bad blood or anything. So well, I'm looking for one. If you want it or no, I'm gonna just get another guy, whatever. So like, I had to jump on it, and I jumped on it. But then I called, the other DJ, and I said, hey, no hard feelings. I was asked
Frank,
this.
you call the Frankie.
No, no, it was another DJ.
Okay.
So but Frankie was already gone. They were already gone. Frankie and Andres were gone. They tried a year. When they were gone, I guess Cubby Bear was didn't have salsa for a while, and then they tried to bring it back. And for some reason, I don't think it was working out. So then we brought it back. And I remember my first night at Cubby Bear. I think there was like maybe 6 people there. So I was like, oh boy, this ain't gonna last long, right? So I'm like, we weren't really established. They're like, who are these guys that are trying to open up Cubby Bear, right?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. There was another DJ before you, if I
Right.
remember. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember
So we're like, uh, this is gonna end fast. So then we're like, Enrique, if we pump good music and we have good vibe, um, the people are gonna come. We just gotta put good music. And Cubby Bear was very patient with us, and we became very. I think we become pretty successful. It's pretty freaking awesome. I love it. Just DJing there. I met so many amazing people by doing that, and it's all love. The people that come out, they're so friendly, and it's crazy because the people that come out, you don't even know. And like for me, my friends that I met through dancing and DJing, they're scientists, they're doctors, they're you don't know who these people are, what kind of walks of life they come from. They're grocery store workers. They could be anybody and everybody, and they all come together, and they dance, have a good time, and that's the beautiful thing about it, man. So to be part of that is amazing, and I want to thank everybody for coming out, man, and supporting us in what we do. It's awesome, man. It's a lot of love, and I love all of you guys for that. I really do. To be a part of it in the city of Chicago, it's crazy because we take it for granted, and now we think about it, we talking about this, right? We're like,
right.
oh man, wow, we're actual DJs. We spin salsa at some pretty awesome places in the city of Chicago. I
Well,
mean,
well,
think about it. It's pretty
oh
cool.
no, no, I agree. But now we're in the midst of the COVID.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I
How's
mean,
that gonna
so
be?
yeah, and because of the style of dancing that we do, where people are touching each other, spinning
I
each other,
know.
you know, now it's
Oh,
how I don't
yeah,
I can't fathom a world anymore of salsa
right.
dance without being like like oh wait like
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
I had a friend of mine. I'm not gonna mention her, but she's like, "Oh yeah, well, I want to come up with a fashionable, you know, mask,
Bedazzled. It's
bedazzled mask."
bedazzled. Oh my God. Got neon lights and stuff. What's going on
So,
here?
but it's just, I'm sure it's not just in our realm, but in any
Right,
realm,
every
like,
realm.
like
You
it's just
know, it's funny that you say that because I went to the store and I went to buy some stuff, and the lady was like, like scared, super scared, and the energy and the vibe is so scary out there. People are scared of people. So for us, it's like, man, are they gonna? It's gonna get rough. It's gonna be hard to get back to normal, especially dancing. I think. But I know I seen a video. I think in Korea. I just seen it today earlier that they were social dancing, like they're kind of getting back to social dance, but they all had masks on. And but I don't know. I just don't know where what the future holds for us. Even if the even the the Alhambra or a Cubby Bird, they're gonna be like how they're doing business wise. You understand what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right,
how are they doing? I mean, are we gonna have a place to go back to? It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Hopefully,
right. That's
especially
there's very scary. Um,
yeah,
there's there's a couple different realms that we look at. We look at the venue to see if they're going to be open after all this,
yeah,
because I don't, I'm not going to call out any places, but I can say that not just the place that I do, but any places, we
right,
don't know if they're going to be able
yeah,
to survive this per se.
right.
We might be down to 10 clubs in the whole city of Chicago that are going to be able to open
I
up per se.
know. Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying worst
yeah.
case
You never
scenario,
know. Right.
you know, and then um, then it comes down to economics as far as you know, as far as doing a salsa night, if it's um, um, feasible, or if it's financially
Right.
able to do, because the amount of people are going to be there, if it's going to be that 6 people, 10 people again,
Right. Yeah. It's
I
going
mean,
back to the beginning. You don't
right,
know. Right. Yeah.
right, exactly. I would pray, like
Yeah.
Marshall Sombra was saying, he thinks that once the doors open up, it's gonna be like the floodgates. Everybody's gonna
Mm,
boom, run to the witch kind, and we can hope for that happening, right?
yeah.
I know that
That would be nice. Yeah.
it would be great, but then
Yeah.
there's always a scare of the infection and stuff like that.
Right.
I think the big unknown is the fact that there's no vaccine. We don't know if there's going to be. That's the like
Yeah. That's
we just don't know. Because even stuff that, let's say, the president says today, and the doctors and the scientists say today, we don't know where.
I don't know. It's
And I
crazy.
don't get
Yeah.
political on it, but it just gets confusing, because now Fifi and the little cats and dogs are getting coronavirus now.
Right.
Like
Right. Yeah.
what's
We don't know who to
so
hang around with. I'm gonna social distance myself from my dog.
oh,
It's
there's a
scary.
horse, let's run.
Right. I don't know what's going on. There's a squirrel. I want to be by myself, but there's a bird next to me. Should I be scared? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's so much confusion, and there's so many people that are scared. Yeah, I mean, I would love the clubs to once we open and people just come in, but I think in reality, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen because people are still going to be scared. If there's no cure for this, man, you don't know. You get it. You don't know what's going to happen to you, right? It's very scary. I know people personally that are positive, that are going through this, man. My friends, and they're scared, man. They're like, I don't know what's going to happen, And then I have other friends that had it, that they're cleared, and it was like nothing. like, it was no big deal. It was just this. But then other people are telling me, man, it's bad, you know. And then we had our conversation earlier that, it's a possibility that we had it,
Yep.
um, because of
Back
what
back in January, back in January, you were talking
January,
about
yeah, back in
January. Yeah,
January, yeah, there was a
right.
lot of
Well,
cases.
well, I think a lot of people have said that to me, and it's like a comment. You know what? I was sick in
Right.
January. Yeah, a bunch of people were sick in January and December and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I know, just talking to people that we know, everybody was saying the same thing. Like, man, so who knows if we had it already, and stuff like that. Um, I think there's going to be a dual thing to happen.
Mhm.
I think first and foremost, I think that if there's going to be testing, that if people can be, hey Jose, if people can be tested and to show that they don't have it currently, I think that's going to
Yeah.
be, psychologically, it's going to help. Number one. Number
Yeah.
two, I think that if there's a test to say that you had it, I think that's going to be like a better, like, okay, we had it. Okay, not that we don't know if we're immune, but we know that
Right.
there's some antibodies, and
Kind of
that's
gives
going to be
you.
like, okay, well, the scare
Right.
is less per se, because there's like
Yeah.
anything else. Like I said, as I tell everybody, I'm not a microbiologist and stuff like that,
Right.
but I know that even with influenza, people who had the flu, what the flu strain that happened 3 years ago is a different flu strain that happens 2 years ago. And I'm sure this is kind of the same thing that's going to happen with this year with this
Yeah, it's
coronavirus. I'm
scary.
sure
Yeah. Mm.
it's
I
going to be like,
This is definitely some wild times that we're going through, man, and that's why we had to all, like you said earlier, it's beautiful that we have to kind of look out for each other, man, and it's great that we have this technology that we can share, um, and communicate with a lot of people around the world, and also do our DJ sets. You know what I mean? Do our DJ sets, play our music, and kind of give people that peace of mind. And shout out, man, to all the DJs that are doing it on Facebook, man. I know we get muted after our live sets. I think the best thing to do is, man, you know what? When your favorite DJ goes on live, check them out, man. Support them, because once that live feed is over, we both know what's gonna happen. A lot of them, they get muted out. And but yeah, big shout out to all the DJs that are doing those live DJs sets, man. It gives people a peace of mind. It kind of gives them that. It helps them out a little bit. Just to kind of,
well,
you know.
you know, I know that Facebook, because there's the copyrights aspect of it.
Right. Yeah.
And let's be honest with you. I think
Hmm.
every DJ that's doing what they're doing right now, live streaming, is doing it for one purpose only. And the
Hmm.
purpose is, I can't see everybody. There's some people who've taken advantage and they're charging this and charging that for
Right. Yeah.
live stream. And you know what? And if you call out a DJ on that, good for you, because that's not what
Yeah.
should be happening and stuff like that. But
Right.
I'm thankful that there's people that have sponsored this show and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
how much am I making off of this per se? It's not
Right.
about making money. It's about doing what I could do, because
Right.
this is all I do per se. But at the
Right.
same time, we also want to make sure that what we're doing is bringing joy to
Yeah.
everybody out there.
Absolutely.
And whether we're doing it
Yeah.
online or we're doing it in front of the computer at the club and stuff like that,
Right.
that's one of the
Right.
things that I think that we have always done in this industry, and that's all DJs of every genre, is that you
Absolutely.
play music for the community that's out there,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
and that love that they show us, that
Hmm.
if there's one thing that I know that happens, is that when we're DJing, what do people do? They buy us a drink, or
Yeah.
they put a tip in the jar, or
Yeah. Right.
but
Yeah.
it's it's that it's that love that we get back, is why we do what we do.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely. Mhm. I love it. I love, and that is my biggest thing to give to my people, my dancers, my fans, the people that love, uh, that come and hear me play. Uh,
what's up,
they
babe?
love
Angel, A-Rod's up.
Angel. What's up, Mama? Yeah, no, I love that. You know, I don't drink anymore, so they used to buy me drinks. Hold up, man. I don't drink no more. I can't do it. But just to love, just to, and I'm not looking for that. I'm not. Just for them, just saying, hey, thank you means a lot to me, and it keeps it going. Like, okay, you know what? I love that you enjoy it, and if that's what it's about, bringing happiness to, you know, to the dancers, to the people that come out, and giving them an experience of, you know.
So the question is now, do you take requests?
Do I take requests? Wow, man, do you know how many? Holy cow! I've had one guy. This story is crazy. So one time we one time I was in the zone, man. Everything was going awesome. The flow was going. People were dancing. It seemed like every song that I was playing was just awesome. It was people were just loving it, right? Okay, then this one guy comes and I see him walking like in slow motion. He's like walking like a zombie towards me. I'm like, who is this guy? And then he's walking, and as he's walking towards me, he's flapping this, like he had a bill of some sort. He's flashing this, coming, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, I want you to play a song for me." And he throws a $1 bill at me. So I'm like, "What? What do you want, man?" And he wanted me to play like a some kind of ranchera or something. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man, I can't." I said, number one, this, this is a salsa place, man. I love ranchera music, but I can't do it. If I play ranchera music, 90% of the people here either they'll dance or they'll go away. And that's the chance I can't take, man. Then he got so mad at me. And he took his dollar back. Can you believe that? That guy? He took his dollar back. And but requests, you know what? Man, you put me on the spot, bro. I do get requests. Sometimes I'll say, yeah, if it's at the end of the night, and it's a song that I normally don't play, because you guys know, man, that you guys know that I play I don't play a lot of commercial music. Um, but yeah, once in a while I'll take a request. Let's just say that. Once in a while. Yes. You there? Did I lose you? Oh no. What happened? Oh man. Hey, let me know if you're there still, because I think something happened.
Go.
There you go.
Yeah, that was weird
I
because
know.
like weird. It just like, what the hell? Like,
I see you. I just see the Fantastic Four thing.
okay,
I don't know.
oh, you like
Oh
that, right? You
my
like?
God, bro. I didn't even touch anything.
No, I was like, what go? But I can see that because what I'm dealing right here, it was crazy is that I'm dealing right here the computer, and I have my other computer here, and then I have the big screen over here as well.
Oh,
So I can see this. But you were saying you were telling your story. It was still just you, but go ahead. Your
yeah. You know what? I
your,
once in
your,
a while.
your
No, yeah,
dollar guy.
that guy got so mad at me, man. He was so mad and so drunk. And he's like, ah. And I was like, I can't, man. I'm sorry. It's a salsa place. I play bachata, salsa, cha cha. once in a while play cumbias, but he got so mad. I was like, I can't, I'm sorry. And then I'll get like some people that want me to play like some reggaeton, and I say I can't.
Hey, what's wrong with reggaeton?
Reggaeton is awesome. I love it. Listen, man, reggaeton is when my brother from Puerto Rico came to visit me many, many, many years ago. He gives me a tape and a cassette. He goes, and I remember it was the cassette. It was Los Gargolas,
Ah,
and
ah,
and
ah.
so they were
Yes.
hardcore, right? So I'm like, what the
Yes,
hell is this?
yes,
So
yes,
Gargolas,
yes.
and then and he goes, check it out. This is gonna be the bomb. You just wait for it. You'll see. It's gonna hit. And I'm like, Gargolas. So it was
Hey,
like
for those people, you can Google it and stuff like that. That's the one of the originals. Yeah, La
original
Playero.
hardcore.
Yeah, yes,
Evie
yes.
Queen, Daddy Yankee, all those guys, they were like back in the day when they were young. They were. This is what kind of started them, but it was hardcore. I mean, it was like bam, 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 and I'm like, man, this
Tego
is
Calderon, all those guys and stuff like that. That was like,
man,
yeah.
right?
Biko C, we
Oh
could.
my God, yes. So I'm like, what is this music, right? So that was like back then. I was loving it. I'm like, and it had a real reggae feel,
Yep.
and it
And look,
was,
hey, and look at what
yeah.
they're doing now. J Balvin and all these guys, they're going back to that.
Ah,
The
right.
reggae. Exactly. They're going back to that, going back to the roots.
Everything comes around. Everything comes around.
Yep.
So yeah, when I heard that, I was like, man, I don't know what's up with this, but I love it. And I'm like, but I don't know if this is gonna hit the mainstream. It was just too hardcore. And look at now, man. It's everybody. So many different countries are playing reggaeton. The sound of it, and
Well,
it's
it's
amazing.
now it's now pop. We know that reggaeton is pop
Right.
music, stuff like that. Let's be fair. Now the modern salsa, there is a lot of stuff that's coming out. Like for instance, I like the new Victor Manuel with Wisin
Hmm.
and Yandel. That's
Hmm.
Boogaloo slash,
Yeah.
yeah, no, and that's it, it's evolving, and
It
even
is.
reggaeton is evolving. Look at the salsa versions of all the reggaeton songs now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being a Drake and let's say Wisin and Yandel and stuff like these guys are phenomenal and stuff like that. But I mean, just stuff like that. You know, God, there's so much out there that's coming new and stuff like that. But I know, like you play all the hardcore stuff, the old school hardcore stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A- And I know you don't get to play that over at Cubby Bear. You don't get to play the sasaton or the what I get the
Yeah,
sasaton.
no. Yeah,
But
yeah, I mean,
I do.
yeah,
You know
you
that
do.
I do.
We're
I
two
do.
different DJs. We're
Right,
two
right.
different DJs
And
and
the advantage for me is that like when I do my Cuban nights,
yeah,
that I get away with that because there's a lot of versions that, especially with the Cuban music, with the
right.
timba and stuff like
Yeah.
that, there is that sound and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even one of the guys, Rich Weta, who was listening to my, he was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
that was cool. That's different and stuff like that." Let's be honest with you. What you hear in Son Montuno is not
Yeah.
reggaeton. I mean, it's just
Right.
it's a different animal and stuff like that.
And that's what I think that's what the cool thing about it is that you bring that style um and there's varieties. You bring the Cuban style, I bring more a little bit hardcore, heavier style of music salsa, and other DJs bring their different style. Salsa romantica, you have your salsa romantica DJs, you have your 90s DJs, salsa DJs, and then you have your hardcore DJs. There's a lot of us too that that, and that's the beauty of it. There's so many different varieties, and to choose from. Not everybody's kind of the same, you know. Everybody's different, which is good, I think. So,
Right,
but
right. Well, it's like restaurants. You got Italian, you got Chinese, you got
right,
you got
yeah,
Greek, you got some variety and stuff like that. So
right.
I
So
agree with you.
a lot of people, they like I do play bachata on Sunday nights. I do. A lot of people are like, I consider myself a salsa DJ, first of all, and I do, but I do play bachata at Cubby Bear. Some bachateros will tell you I don't play enough, or some do. I play. I try to balance it out. I really do, and I think I keep it up to par as far as the bachata. My bachata game's okay. I think it's okay. I play some sensual because that's the thing now. Everybody's into the sensual, which is cool. A lot of the music's awesome. Um, and I play traditional Dominican bachata, which is amazing. I love. So I try to balance it out for the most part for everybody. But it's all about seeing the crowd, the dancers, and what they want to hear. Basically, what keeping the flow going. So
Right. So, I
yeah.
mean, the hour's gone by. So, any last words for the people out there with you want to?
Yeah, you know what? First of all, thanks, man, for having me on. Number one,
You're welcome.
and for everybody out there that's listening, that's going to listen to this video, watch this video later, I just want to say thank you. First of all, for the people that supported me, um, uh, man, and come out to my events. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. And number two, I want to say, be safe, man. Be safe. Uh, be healthy. Be careful, and we'll all be together. Soon. We just gotta wait it out. And the thing is also, you know, stay in touch with your family, friends. Um, and let's all stay in touch and let's all work as one and love each other. And forget the petty stuff. And because this is time now that we're gonna need each other more than ever. You know what I mean? And it'll work out in the end. Trust me.
Beautiful words. Hey guys, this is the end of the front door show. Please, we'll be archiving this as well on my YouTube page. And thank you, Jay Marz. We'll
Thank you.
we'll talk to you.